make a light-up TapeBlock train. First, we build the engine. To do this, we're going to glue a number of different shaped foam blocks together to make the engine. Run 2 pieces of conductive tape along the top of the blocks, parallel to each other. They need to go round the end so that they can be joined together later with the carriages. When you're cutting the conductive tape, make sure that you cut the silver and not the white. Glue on the final piece of the engine. Take an LED, split the legs and then place it over the top of the foam blocks. Make sure that one leg is on each of the pieces of conductive tape and then tape it down. We can then put the wheels on our engine. These are laser cut wheels with split pins, but you could use any sort of material that you want to make those wheels. And test that it works still. Now we'll make our first carriage. Run 2 pieces of parallel tape along the top of the block. Split the legs on the LED and stick it down. The good thing about sticking the tape down on the bottom and then over the top of the LED, it means that we get a really good connection. I call them conductive sandwiches because you've got a connection of metal over the top of the LED as well as underneath the legs. It just means that the metal won't push into the foam. The next stage of making the carriage is to actually put the light up goods on board. I'm just using a whole series of clear beads for this. They're great because they diffuse light. And again, I'm sticking them on with hot glue. You can use any sort of glue that you'd like. Just trying to fit as many beads on as I can. So I've put multiple layers of beads on. Now test. And our beads are lighting up. Now we're going to make the second carriage. To do that, we're going to put the 2 strips of parallel conductive tape on the block. Split the legs on the LED. and tape it down. On this block, we've actually put 2 LEDs down and test that it works. Now we're going to stick those beads on again. So I've put one layer of beads on and I'm going to put another layer of beads on top. The clear beads really help to diffuse the light and make it spread out through the load, which just has a really interesting effect. Now we stick the wheels on again with the split pins. And test. That'll look great. With a pen, I'm marking the positive and negative side on the carriages to make sure that we put them all together so that all of the negatives together and all of the positives are together. Having the 2 lights on the one carriage is quite interesting because they can light up at different times. So I'm using a short piece of conductive tape and pins to make the connection between the carriages. This gives me flexibility to be able to pull it apart later. And there we have our train that lights up.